You can see mom and daughter there on the side, and go to our Bria Smith, who is in Statesville monitoring things there. You've been there for a couple of hours now, Bria. How's it looking?
Absolutely. Well, things are actually dying down here a bit, Jane. Everything should be, or was supposed to wrap around around 1 o'clock. But we had the chance to speak to many people, had different views. One whose family came to this country to give them a better life. Others who are supporting a healthy public education system. But overall, everyone at the end of the day was really pushing just a peaceful protest and making sure that an event like this could really just push for justice at the end of the day, Jane.
And Bria, would you say, how would you describe the family-friendly aspect of it? Because I know organizers were, and I know you spoke to that 10-year-old boy earlier, but how would you say is the overall, message from families being out there in solidarity?
Absolutely. Well, I did have the chance to speak to a family who brought their younger children here. I mean, as young as 10 and 7 years old, which was pretty, surprising but refreshing to see there. And she said she just really wanted her children to learn at a young age how to exercise their voice and to stand for something that they believe in. So overall, really great to be able to see that kind of camaraderie there. And despite people having different views, standing on opposing sides of the crosswalk there, they were still able to remain peaceful. And at the end of the day, I think they remembered that they were a community, and that really stood out here in Statesville today.
That's nice to see. And from all the interviews that you did, it seemed like people were there for so many different reasons other than the main headline, right? More than just immigration.
Absolutely. There were people here who had concerns of, economics, finances, growing authoritarianism. So really just different views, but ultimately, you saw a lot of signs that said no kings. I think that was kind of the setting the pace there, the foundation for this rally, just making sure that their voices were heard. They also spoke about how they sent letters in to Congress, and so they just really want to be seen and heard, and that was a really big push for them at today's protest.
And you did allude to other folks being there opposing the No Kings, and there was some kind of going back and forth. But from what can you see as far as a public safety angle?
Absolutely. Well, law enforcement, there's a huge law enforcement presence here. Definitely just making sure that people are remaining peaceful, they're remaining cordial, despite having those different views. Really just up and down every corner, up and down the blocks, they'll walk, they'll talk. So definitely making sure that this is something that, people are able to exercise their right to vote, but also making sure that they're doing it in a peaceful environment. And that shows here also in Statesville.
All right, Bria Smith, thank you for bringing us the sights and sounds from there. Nice to hear that everything went off without a hitch. And thank you for bringing all that coverage and other people's points of views and why they came out there to Iredell County. Thanks.